Hey, Taurus, intuitive soul coach here with your July 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. And Taurus, you are showing up strong, loud, and clear here with your overall energy, which I love. Now, I feel like a lot of you have been working hard towards your goals, your projects, your ideas, your relationships, personal and self-development. I am getting this energy of you pushing through. Now, you may have recently been in a phase that felt very action-oriented, whether it was difficult for you, which a lot of you it was, but I'm also sensing that you have accomplished a lot of wonderful things internally, externally, and you may be taking note of what those things are. You may not have felt proud of yourself when you were going through them, but I am getting July for you may be a more reflective time. You may be able to spend some time relaxing, possibly with family. There could even be travel. I am getting more peace, more serenity, and more ease for you this month. Now, we're going to take a look at the overall energy, your greatest strengths, fullest potentials, action steps that you can take on this path in the month of July to head towards your highest potential. And we'll get messages from your guides before we connect to an outcome or a celebratory energy, which I do feel like there's a lot for you to celebrate. Now, your first card out here is you, Taurus. Be proud of yourself, which is in perfect alignment to what I'm picking up here intuitively as well, because a lot of you don't give yourself enough credit for the hard work that you have endured. There's this sense here for some of you of maybe taking care of everyone else or helping others out in need, but sometimes we forget to turn that mirror on ourselves, right? We forget to take care of our own wants, our own needs, our own energies, and I sense that you're doing that for you this month. So this is a really powerful time for you to explore, adventure. I'm getting a little bit of the gypsy soul vibe for you here as well with the Sagittarian. Maybe it's the Sag coming through, but you have focus on the positive because things haven't always been easy for you. I do feel like you may have felt like you were climbing a mountain. So some of you are on different paths on that mountaintop. Some of you are reaching the top in the month of July. For others of you, you are reaching a peak on that mountain where you're going to be able to stop, pause, and reflect and regain your balance, but you're also going to be able to look over the mountain and say, wow, I'm so grateful that I'm stopping where I'm at because I would have missed the view if I kept on climbing. And that's what I feel. Now, some of you feel like you've tumbled down the mountain and you had to start at the beginning, but I do sense that a lot of you're already at the mid or high point in a goal, a milestone, a career, and there's something coming in really beautiful here for you with this Sagittarian energy as well. So there could be even by the month of December for a lot of you. So by the end of the year, within the next 6 months or so, I sense that you're going to be at that peak. There's some sort of accomplishment. There's a goal, a milestone that you will hit, and it's going to bring a lot of happiness. Now, in the month of July here, stay focused. Stay determined, but also make sure you stop, pause, and reflect. And I feel like that has to do with your action steps for the month of July. So the overall energy for you is being proud of who you are, patting yourself on the back, and it's not coming from an egotistical viewpoint or standpoint. It's important for you to acknowledge how far you've come. It's important for you to celebrate the wins, celebrate even the failures and the setbacks because it got you to where you are today. And sometimes we take a detour, Taurus. Sometimes we take the long way around the mountain, and it may be tougher, it may be more challenging, but it can also be the most rewarding. And that's kind of what I'm getting here for you. Now let's take a look, and I will pull some tarot cards here to clarify what is it that you are and should be proud of. What's going on here for you right away? Four of Coins. Now, Four of Coins can be a challenge when it comes to maybe finances. Some of you have really pushed through. Some of you in a relationship, maybe you've let go of expectations, of control, of anger, bitterness, resentment. For others of you, you've overcome a health condition with the Four of Pentacles, okay? Because something you may have been hanging on to in the past, I feel you are releasing in order to move towards your highest good, to align you. And that's what July is all about, is coming back into some sort of alignment. And you have the Fool here. Oh my goodness, look at that. He is standing on the top of that mountain. And we were just talking about that mountain. So this is fearless winnings. This are fearless beginnings here. There's a little bug there. But this is all about you being able to fearlessly move to the top of that mountain, that milestone, that goal, that career, whatever this is for you. This is a new beginning coming in. So some of you, this could even happen quite quickly, where you get a job in the month of July and you may even pay off some debt by December. There could be an opportunity for you to get yourself out of some sort of pickle, some sort of challenge. And I feel by the end of the year, you're going to be in a really good place. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to in the month of July, because I am getting here that there's still a little bit of progress, but be proud of yourself for the progress you have made. Sometimes we just focus on getting to the top here, that we forget, again, the views along the way, or to stop and take a breather, to stop and hydrate, to stop and just enjoy the journey instead of constantly looking up, waiting for that next milestone to be met. Because then once that next milestone is met, we're off to a new journey. And I do feel there's something big showing up here. If some of you have Aries in your chart, or you may be an Aries cusper, you may want to check out that reading as well, because some of the similar or same energy coming in, where I do feel you are at a turning point in your world, in your life. And there could be some decisions that you make, but the message here is to plan, to set up a strong, firm foundation. Now, the Page of Wands, he's quite excited. He is planning quickly. Now, in the past, there may have been a little bit of procrastination, but I do feel for a lot of you, you were in that action-oriented state of mind. You wanted to get things done, but maybe you weren't sure how, and it left a form of procrastination. Maybe you felt like you didn't have the resources, the time, whatever it may be. It could have felt like it was external, but I sense that something is coming in hot here, where yes, there's a reflective period, be proud of yourself, but boom, things are going to speed back up here. But take a pause, and I feel like that's an action step. Now, I haven't even looked at the other cards, but I do feel like that's important for you this month. Now, you have the Chariot. So again, a lot of action. Now, sometimes I've been saying the same thing here. We don't always stop because we want to just get to that, get to that destination, get to that outcome. But enjoy the ride, enjoy the views. Stop and pause, because remember, this is a life's mission, a life's journey. It doesn't have to be done instantly. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. These things take time. So I do feel here there's excitement. A lot of you are really excited to begin this new journey, but just make sure you keep planning along the way. Keep your footing in the right spacing here is kind of what I'm getting here, because you don't want to trip, you don't want to fall. So just keep your footing in the right mindset, because the Chariot says you will, and you do have the perseverance and the willpower to climb that mountain, but you may still be at, midpoint. Some of you, you're at the bottom of the mountain. You have what it takes to create something quite wondrous and beautiful in your world. So I love this showing up. Taurus, this is exciting for you. You've been wanting this because the Four of Coins has been challenging you for quite some time. You were hanging on to something, or it felt like you didn't have control over it. That's about to shift. Now, your greatest strength in the month of July is to clear your mind. If you've been nearing or looming burnout, or if you've been going full speed, or for some of you, if you have been procrastinating and you've been filling your mind with thoughts that may have felt empty, or you just weren't quite sure because things have been foggy, or you didn't have that clarity necessary, this is the month where you do get clear on how to move forward into the next phase, the next step, or the next journey, without it being rushed, without it feeling like it's coming out of left field, because I do sense that you have been planning, you have been preparing. And even if you have only been doing this on a subconscious level, I feel like you are more than ready to dive into this new beginning, but enjoy it. Bring more play and more creativity into the mix. I feel like that's a part of your action step as well. Let's take a look here and clarify, clear your mind. What else does Taurus need to know to clear your mind for the month of July? What else? Of course, we can meditate, get out in nature, travel if you can. It doesn't have to cost money to go to, a park or go to walk in the woods, be near the water. 9 of Coins. The 9 of Coins is all about victory, prosperous victory. Instead of that unfulfilled achievement that you may have attained in the past, this is aligned with your soul's purpose, and there will be a very victorious win here for you. So I'm loving this. And in order for you to get there, you must clear your mind. And I am sensing that that can be part of your fullest potential as well. Your fullest potential is to unleash your kindest self in order for you to activate the change that is happening within so you can see it manifest in your outer world. Okay, I'm going to say that again here. Your greatest potential, your fullest potential is for you to unleash your heart chakra, to unleash that kindest self, not just to others, but to yourself. Be kind with yourself. That means show yourself unconditional love, compassion, and kindness for all that you've done, but accepting and embracing even the shadow parts of yourself, even the wounded parts of yourself, even the parts that you struggle to love. This is a very, very powerful time for you to manifest and co-create your reality with spirit, but you must love yourself unconditionally. And I feel like for some of you, that has been a very, very big struggle. Because maybe you didn't trust yourself. Maybe you were in a relationship or in a dynamic where your self-worth was sabotaged. Some of you, maybe you self-doubted that this opportunity would show up for you here. I'm getting with this potential, this is a really powerful time for you to embrace the unknown, okay? But also trust that spirit has your back. Trust. So trust is coming in. All right, action steps. What do we have? Oh, I love this. So work through your feelings. There's that Aries energy that we were just talking about here. So action steps are embracing and working through those feelings of self-doubt, of insecurities, of perfectionism, of people-pleasing, ego-based energies as well. I am getting ego coming in really strong. So Taurus, whether this is you or someone around you, it could be that control factor, or maybe you felt out of control or someone may have been controlling you. Again, I'm getting some similar vibes with Aries reading here. So I do feel like this is you working through some of those challenges. Now we have a lot of planetary shifts happening in the month of July. And we also have the full moon, depending on when you're watching this. I'm putting this video literally out on the full moon in Capricorn, which Capricorn is a very determined energy. And Capricorn is all about seeing through the BS, seeing the truth, getting down to the nitty gritty. And sometimes that can be brutal. Sometimes it can be challenging. Sometimes that forces you to look at things that maybe you didn't want to see. And I feel like it's important for you to do that when it comes to some emotions that may have been suppressed. If they are holding you up on your soul's journey, you're going to take a deep dive into that. But I get for a lot of you, you're going to be victorious when you do this. So action step number 2 here, go deep. Use the Scorpio energy. Use the emotions to go deeper within and really get honest with what your soul desires, craves, and wants to manifest. What do you want your reality to look like here on earth? And I feel like a lot of you have been reflecting, or some of you I'm getting here have been, there's a little bug here that keeps showing up. Something may be a distraction for you, Taurus, as well with it. No such thing as coincidence, right? There certainly could be a distraction. But I do feel for a lot of you, I'm getting deflect. So something you may not have seen, or maybe someone may have been deflecting and they didn't want to come together or talk to you as well, but that's changing in the month of July. So what else do we need to know? Let's get a message here from your guides. What do your guides want you to know? You have this energy of thinking things through. thinking, really diving in, using that brilliant mind of yours. But there's a reassessing here. I am sensing that a lot of you're going through an important shift energetically, and it's important for you to take action, but also not overthink. Not overthink. Think something through, but some of you may have been overthinking a situation. Let's take a look here and see what else is coming in from your spiritual team. The age of light. Yes, you've been training for this for lifetimes. And look at that, more mountains in the back. So again, this is a life's purpose, a life's mission. You have already been training and preparing yourself for, and we said this earlier, you are ready. You're ready, and your guides want you to not overthink something because you've already been thinking it through. Don't be indecisive. Capricorn comes in and says, sorry, Taurus, no more indecisiveness. We have to take action because it may not be serving you to move in a direction, or maybe you're climbing someone else's mountain. Maybe it's not even yours. Perhaps you're doing something, you're being pushed or controlled to go up the mountain, and maybe you don't even want to go in that direction. If that is the case, Taurus, you are really doing some deep soul searching and reevaluating and saying, okay, what new path do I want to go? Am I on the right side here? Am I on my soul side, or am I doing it for someone else? And for a lot of you, you already know. You already know what your goals are. You know what you need to do now to accomplish them. And I feel like the light is really shining heavy on you, where you're able to make some big steps, big leaps and bounds in the month of July. So this is quite powerful. Let's connect here to celebratory energy, or a final outcome. What do we have here, please? I am getting that some of you did feel distracted. I want to just pull, before we connect to a final outcome, I want to take a look at this distraction energy, because I'm getting that. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, there it is. 10 of Wands. You were distracted because you were carrying something that either was or was not yours. Some of you are empathic. Some of you are people pleasers or Mr. or Mrs. Fix-Its. And you may have been carrying things that were heavy that needed to be released. And this can be at times unaccepting the role or responsibility that is yours, but also knowing that there's something you don't necessarily have to carry. So if this is someone else's stuff, it's time for you to drop it. If this is your stuff that you have been carrying for burdens, you are now taking responsibility, and you are saying, I don't want to feel this heaviness. I don't want to feel like I'm climbing this mountain with all of this heaviness on me. I need to unload. So the 10 of Wands is saying that you are bringing in others to help out. Some of you may feel at times physically exhausted, and you're taking a look at the body as well, because that 4 of Coins can be body. And so if something feels, some of you may have had back surgery, or there could be something with pinching of nerves. I'm getting, there could be something with spine, the spinal cord, or spine infusion. Please take it as it resonates. I'm not a professional. See the disclaimer in the description box below. But I am getting here, something had been weighing physically, mentally, spiritually on you. Now you're moving on because you have this Ace of Wands. You're able to see clearly now. With the 2 of Swords here, you were blindfolded to some sort of truth, but you have this Lover's energy, Gemini energy coming in, which, what did Gemini have here for you? We have clear your mind. Yeah, there it is. 2 of Swords. You're going to be able to clear your mind and open your heart up and make a choice that is based on alignment with your soul's truth. The Lovers. Beautiful. And your outcome here is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is ready, set, go. Look at her. She is at the beginning. She's at the start of this, but she's been preparing for it. So sometimes all we see is the person at the beginning stages of this race. We see them at the new journey, but you have been preparing yourself to make this step. So for some of you, there is no use in delaying the inevitable. And the inevitable may be a job change. It could be a move. It could be disconnecting from a relationship if it's no longer serving your highest good. It could be having that important conversation that you need to have with someone. It could be taking a look at your health, because sometimes we turn a blind eye. We say, you know what, that ice cream is much better than that salad. You know I should do this, but I'm really going to go in that direction. And if you are starting to feel physically feel the impact and mentally feel the impact of the choices that you've made in the past, Taurus. You are making radical changes in your world to become better and do better because you now know better. This is a powerful read. Wow, Taurus. Let's get one final card here to connect to celebratory energy. So be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back. I also sense there's something here that you've tried to quit, you've tried to leave, or you've tried to do a million times, but maybe it hasn't stuck. Maybe your 1000th time here, this is the time that it sticks. Okay, maybe it's cutting sugars. Maybe it is cutting out alcohol. Maybe it is disconnecting from people who just weigh heavy on you. Whatever it is here, I feel like you have that determination, that strength and willpower to go all the way, to finish that race. More Gemini energy, speak your world into being. I'm also getting here communicating, which Aries received a lot of communication, throat chakra activation as well. This can be you speaking with other people. I'm getting here accountability partner, whether it is a therapist, a coach, a mentor, a healer, someone who can help you navigate your journey. This can also be, okay, for some of you, not all of you, you may be dealing with a twin flame or a false twin flame. Please take it as it resonates. We had the Lover's energy show up, but I am getting something with mirrored energy, but I also feel help. So there could be some sort of external professional help available to you. You also have this Cancerian energy of take a breather, and we talked about that with your action steps earlier as well. So I'm grateful that's showing up for you to clarify. Here you are showing up loud, strong, and clear, Taurus. Know your worth. This has been a theme in your reading. Know your worth. Celebrate the wins. Focus on the positive. Be proud of yourself because you've come a long way. And lastly here, we have Aquarian energy. Reflect on your priorities. And this is really beautiful as well, because some of you are taking a look at what your priorities are because they've changed. And if some of you may feel stuck when it comes to priorities, and you may say, well, I really, really want to do that. It's number one, but my soul really wants to go over here. Pay attention because that's where those emotions come in, and that's why it's important this month for you to go deeper and work through some sort of feelings, because for a lot of you, your priorities have shifted. Maybe you want to focus on eating healthier, maybe spending time with family, maybe career is in the forefront and you want to embrace a new income source, or perhaps bringing in your soul tribe and focusing on relationships and strengthening the ones that you have or meeting new ones. Right? This is about you reflecting on what those priorities are, because this is go time for you in a sense. I feel like there is a turning point here where you don't want to continue possibly doing things in the old way. That's why your final outcome here is reflection. It is reflecting and saying what is not working, because it's time to change it if it's not, because you have this beautiful new beginning. With that Fool showing up here. You have a beautiful new beginning, and step fearlessly into this energy here, Taurus, and you will be met with victory. You will be met here at the top with a sense of pride, right? Pride that you have accomplished some beautiful, magnificent things, but it has come with a cost. It has been challenging. It has been stressful. It has been, determined of you. You've had to really get to the nitty gritty. You've had to go within. You've had to struggle at times. You've had to do the work. But you deserve this victorious win and this new beginning. I hope this resonates with you, beautiful souls. Don't let any distractions deter you from your soul's truth and soul's alignment here, because there's something here with getting back on track, or something with you pausing and reflecting and seeing if you still want to move in that direction, or if it's time for a course correction to go a new path. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here. If this resonates, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much, Taurus, for tuning in. Lots of love.